Here are some high maintenance things I do to stay low maintenance.
Always start with my eyebrow. I usually tint a nair that
I am so overdue for an everything wax. Brows are always done.
Is actually dye my eyelashes black.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's video, I want to talk about what I've been seeing all over my FYP lately, and that is DIY beauty. And so what I mean by this is I am seeing a lot of videos right now saying how to save money in 2025 by not going to the nail salon, doing your nails at home, not going to the hair salon, doing your own hair at home, not going for these different treatments, how to do like really good skincare at home, that sort of thing. So I asked in a previous video if you would want to see one of my reaction commentary videos to this, and I got a lot of people saying yes. So we're going to watch a few videos. So along the lines of DIY beauty, I've also definitely been seeing people talking about how to be high maintenance so you can actually be low maintenance. And I saw when I was searching for DIY videos, I saw a few pop up like this as well. So it kind of fell under the same umbrella for me. And this kind of goes back to the last commentary video that I did, which was on the morning shed routine, which is basically having a very intense 20-step night routine, a very high maintenance night routine, so you can have a very low maintenance morning routine. So you're going to bed with like multiple skincare steps, multiple masks on your face, you're taping your face, you got a chin strap, the heatless curls, the lip stain, but that way in the morning you just wake up, shed everything off, and then you're like ready to go. So you have a low maintenance morning routine. Along those same lines, I've heard high maintenance to be low maintenance, talking about going to the salon. So a little bit different from DIY beauty or going to a spa, but doing things like Botox, fillers, getting your lashes done, your brows done, getting your, essentially permanent makeup or makeup tattooed onto you. And that way in the morning too, you're just like ready to go. So you're high maintenance because you spend money on these treatments and procedures, but then you're low maintenance because you're not actually spending money on makeup. This is, to me, this one is going to be a separate topic from this video, but if you want to see a little bit more on that, let me know if you want to see a video, because that to me has been really interesting, because it's almost like we're starting to get away from makeup, like we're starting to avoid makeup, and instead we're using plastic surgery or other treatments or procedures as our makeup, so we don't actually have to do our makeup. And this I want to look into a little bit more and be able to expound my thoughts a little bit more. So let me know if you want to see a video on that. But for this DIY beauty and the acts of being high maintenance at home to be low maintenance, let's jump into a few videos.
Here are some high maintenance things that I do in order to stay low maintenance, because I'm lazy and I don't want to wear makeup every single day. The first thing I do, and probably the biggest tip I could ever give you, is to dye your eyebrows, and to specifically dye your eyebrows with men's beard dye. It will make your eyebrows look so full, so thick, fill in any of those sparse areas. All I use is the Just for Men's beard dye in the shade M30 and apply the solution to my eyebrows, focusing on the outer half of my eyebrows. The solution develops super fast, so if you put it on the front of your brows, they're going to turn into like 2016 block brows, so leave those to the end. I leave the dyeing solution on for a total of 5 minutes with only 1 minute on the front of my brows. And then I just wipe it away with some of my micellar water on a towel. And bam, you'll have perfect brows that don't need to be filled in for 2 weeks. The next high maintenance thing that I love to do is to do my own threading and waxing at home. And I actually map out my brows using the TikTok eyebrow filter. I linked it below so you can try it out as well. And that's literally my secret for how I get almost identical brows every single time at home. Honestly, learning how to do your own brows at home, number one, saves you so much money. But number two, your brows will always look so good. And brows are so important for actually framing your face. And it just makes you look so good without needing any makeup. Okay, the next high maintenance thing I do is actually dye my eyelashes black. And I specifically use eyelash dye, not beard dye. I made sure to link the exact eyelash dye in my Amazon storefront so you guys can find it. But all I do is I just mix the solution together following the instructions and put it on my eyelashes for up to 10 minutes. And if you haven't tried this out yet, you need to. It will make your lashes look so long, so thick, you won't even need mascara on a daily basis. Okay, last thing I do is a quick lip stain. I do these every single day. Again, I got this one on Amazon. I have the exact color linked. It's a Sachu lip liner. And it just gives your lips some pigment that lasts all day through eating, through drinking, through kissing, through whatever. And bam, that's the final result with no makeup on. It just makes me feel so confident, so good, and ready to take on the day. Here.
Okay. Okay, I remembered at last minute to grab my notebook. So tinting the brows at home and like always doing the brows at home, wow, that was really interesting to me. And using a men's beard dye, I've never heard of that. And I've actually never seen that on any videos that have popped up for me. That is super interesting. For me, I am someone, okay, if you don't know the backstory, hi, my name is Samantha. I started YouTube in 2015, and it was probably somewhere around the end of 2016, maybe early 2017, that I actually started to do my brows. But I would come on camera with like a full face of makeup, these crazy winged liners, spider false lashes up to my brows, but I wouldn't fill in my brows. But I have fairly defined brows on their own. I now do like to fill them in, but I don't know anyone actually in my real life that does this at home. I'm super curious if you do. I'm super curious of your routine and if you think that it really does help like last for a few days so you don't have to do your brows. Now again, I know a lot of people who do like brow lamination. Is that what it's just called? I was gonna say brow threading, but that's different. I've done brow threading in the past, but I know people who do that so they really don't have to touch their brows for a while. Honestly, that's something that I've thought of. The hard part for me when it comes to doing things like lash extensions, brows, like that sort of thing is I try so many different products for YouTube, and I almost feel like that's a mindset I have to get out of. Because for a long time, even years ago, I was like, oh, I don't want to do lash extensions because how can I try new false lashes? How can I try new mascara? Even sometimes eyeshadow, I know is not always the best to do with lash extensions, but I think the same way with brows right now. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't be able to try out new brow pencils, but I almost feel like the way that we have been going, like I need to get out of that mindset. I'm someone who, I really fall into the trap of having an outdated mindset. I really do, and it's something that surprises me because I really am one of the first ones to be like, guys, like we need to embrace this. And a lot of times I'm talking about social media, and like it is a career now, and it has been able to employ so many people, not just a content creator, but everything in the social media orbit has been able to employ and change lives of so many people. So I get frustrated when I'm like, how do you not see that? Like, I'll be like, you still got a checkbook, you know, those sort of things. But I also very easily fall into the trap of like not forward thinking. And I wish that it was a little bit different for me. Like even when I started my own social media journey as a blogger, I refused to go to YouTube or Instagram when they were really starting to get popular because I was like, no, I love blogging. I love writing my reviews. Like I don't want to go to video. And sometimes now I still have a hard time like being like, okay, like even these commentary videos have become increasingly popular over the last couple of years. I've seen several YouTubers in the beauty space, in the healthy living space, in the book space, slowly start to incorporate more commentary into their videos. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I had that mindset for the longest time that I was like, I need to keep on exactly what I've been doing. And I don't necessarily think that's the correct way of thinking. And for myself, I always think like you need to be more open-minded and you need to be more willing to change with the times and quicker. Don't just like keep sitting here and being like, oh, I'll just like watch that for a while. Like get on it. But I would love to get your commentary, you know, maybe specifically based on beauty influencers that do have a lot of these like procedures, treatments, however we want to say it. And do you think that like affects the reviews or not so much, or just like their content in general, or like you really don't mind it? Because I also know so many people in real life, like not on social media, that have their brows laminated, that get lash extensions, you know, every month or whatever it is, because for them, they're like, this makes my routine so much easier. It really is that high maintenance to be low maintenance. So I'm very curious about that. You know, she did the lip stain, which I've said in the past that I don't love. Dyeing the lashes freaks me out. I've also never heard anyone dyeing their lashes. Like I've heard of lash lifts. You know, I myself have done like a lash perm, I think is what it was called. So it like curled the lashes and made them a little bit darker. That freaked me out the whole time. Anything to do with eyes like really freaks me out. I've never heard of anyone doing this at home. I don't think I would be brave enough. I think I would convince myself I was gonna make myself blind. I don't think I would do. Has anyone dyed their lashes at home? I'm super curious to get your experience, but that wasn't, I mean, to me, like, you know, she did her brows and her lashes and she's got her lip stain and, you know, she did like her own waxing at home. I feel like that's a pretty, you know, popular thing as well, but Let's watch another one.
These are all the high maintenance things I do on a weekly basis to remain low maintenance. I am one of those who likes to wake up looking good in the morning. So doing these things every week just adds to that. The first part of my maintenance, I always start with my eyebrows. I usually tint and nair them. And you can usually buy the tint from any shop, Superdrug, Boo. I have heard though that using beard dye is actually better. But I don't know. I've never tried this, so don't take my word for it. After I've tinted my eyebrows, I always go in with hair remover after and I always feel like it gives me a sharper shape even more compared to plucking them. After I've done with my eyebrows, I go in and dermaplane my face. And I always advise if you're gonna use hair remover, definitely dermaplane your face after you've done it. Because if you shave your face and then you put nair on it, your skin is gonna be really sensitive, so if you put nair on it, it's gonna burn your skin. I usually shave my face every 2 to 3 weeks. I just find that has my skin looking a lot better. After I've done all of that, I make sure to wash my face and properly wash my eyes so I can remove my lashes. And then of course I do my skincare afterwards, just so my skin can get all that moisture that's been washed off from the face. Y'all make sure you're using sun cream. I like to do everything in order. So next I'm gonna do my lashes. And these lashes that I'm using are actually from TikTok Shop. The glue I use is also from TikTok Shop, and it makes my lashes last so long. And it's low-key waterproof as well, I feel like. I pretty much always do the same thing with my lashes, length 16 to 12. And of course, because I had some events going on this week, I did install a wig. I usually don't install a wig all the time. I usually just wash my hair and do a slick bun. But I was really in the mood to install a wig. Also, because it's winter, I feel like it's the best time to be installing wigs. I can give my hair a break to grow. And I don't have to worry about my lace lifting because it's not hot. Guys, it's time to start learning how to do your own maintenance and save some money.
Okay, I'm so fascinated that she started with a brow tint as well. I feel like I'm not doing something right. That's it. That's the tea. I'm not doing something right. And I heard her say, because she talked very fast, but that she's heard that beard, why can I not say that correctly? Beard dye. It's hard for me to say for some reason. Beard dye is popular, but she hasn't tried it herself. Now, she also mentioned dermaplaning. This is something I do at home, and this is something I really enjoy. I started doing this years ago, and it's shaving your face essentially. So I use these razors from Kitsch. They are specific, like it says right on their dermaplaning razors. I got mine, or dermaplaning utensils on, like a fork. I got mine off of Amazon, and I'm trying to remember, I feel like it came with like a 20 pack or something like that. It's a lot of them, but you do want to make sure that you're not, you know, you want to make sure that you're rotating them out and you're not using like an old dermaplaner every single time. But I do like to shave my face. I've never had any issues because I was late to the game on shaving my face as well, because I heard people say like it's gonna make your hair and your face grow back thicker and darker. I've been shaving my face since I lived in Iowa, so I've been here, oh my gosh, it's almost April. So I moved here in 2021. Wow. So I've been shaving my face for years. I've never noticed hair coming back thicker or darker at all, but it makes, like, first of all, it's supposed to help like your skincare be able to, you know, sink in better and all those things, but your makeup just looks so much smoother and applies so much smoother. My face feels softer. This is something that I do on a weekly basis. So I'm like really excited. I got something. I'm doing something right. And then she talked about doing her lashes. I have seen those lashes that are supposed to last like a couple of days or up to a week. So she talked about the act of taking the ones off that she's already had on for the week and then putting on new ones for the week. So that I thought was really interesting. I'm wondering if anyone's tried, because a lot more brands are coming out with them like that are, you know, supposed to be able to stay on for a longer period of time, which is wild to me. Again, I'm someone with really sensitive eyes and I don't wear false lashes, but I just really wonder if something like this works and makes the lashes stay and doesn't look like all crazy. Because I'm like, what happens when you sleep? What happens when you like shower? Like, I have so many questions about those. And then she showed installing her wig as well, and why she likes to like wear the wigs in the wintertime. For my experience myself, I've never worn a wig, but I know for some of my friends that I know here, they talk about the convenience of it, and also the, you know, I have one friend who was talking to me once about just like, it's so fun to like switch up her hairstyles from time to time. So that's like the way that she does it. But let's watch another one.
Here are some high maintenance things I do to stay low maintenance. Doing my lashes at home might be the best thing I've ever done. It's so affordable, only takes a few minutes, and you have full control over the length and style. These last me all week. Gel X Nails has saved me thousands of dollars. I haven't stepped foot in a nail salon in years, and the cost of all the supplies is basically one full set. Dermaplaning at home has become a must in my routine. I like to do it every 2 weeks. It removes peach fuzz and dead skin cells, and makes your skin glow. I swear this makes my makeup look 10 times better. Here are some high maintenance.
Oh, okay. That was pretty quick. All right, so once again, she talks about lashes and how these lashes can last for a week. I don't know if she put in there like what her, she didn't specifically shout out what lashes that she's using, but like I'm curious to know that answer. So that's another one talking about lashes. Again, maybe something that I should look into, because I have said in my past videos that I've been interested in getting lash extensions, and the majority of my comments are saying don't do it, that it ruins your lashes, you know, it makes your actual natural lashes fall off, break, that sort of thing. So I think when I was in my time period, especially like after I did the brow perm and I really liked that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll do lash extensions. Basically my comment section has talked me out of them. So I'm kind of curious about that. Then she did also mention Gel X nails. So I tried my hand at doing at-home manicures during COVID when all of the salons were shut down, and I still wanted to have nice nails. So I bought a bunch of dip powders off of Amazon. Oh, I'm trying to think if I can remember the brand name. I feel like it was like a popular one, but essentially you would paint your nails with like the gel, and then you would pop them in the powder, and that would be the color, and then you would do like another like gel coat and whatnot. So I have, and I will say I was terrible at it. Just one of my like horror stories from that time was me and my ex-husband had just bought a house fairly shortly to the shutdown, and we were still in the act of like furnishing everything and like making it ours and all of that. And we bought this beautiful kitchen table, this big expensive wooden kitchen table. Like we were both so excited about it. Literally within 2 weeks I made the super smart decision to try to do my nails at the table, and I spilled acetone nail polish remover all over it. It obviously ruined the spot. I was like, it still haunts me. It still haunts me to this day that happened. I was so humiliated, and I felt so sad for our kitchen table. So, you know, note to self, if you're gonna try something, maybe don't do it on like expensive furniture that you just bought, because that was really dumb of me. But I have been seeing more and more people talk about these Gel X nails and how easy they're supposed to be. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm getting really curious to try it out, because nails are getting very expensive. And the thing is, at the end of the day, when people are complaining that like nails are getting expensive, hair is getting expensive, everything is getting expensive. It's not like the nail tech's fault. It's not your hairstylist's fault. Everything is getting more expensive. The cost of all of the materials that they need to get is getting more expensive. I mean, just everything is. Have you bought groceries lately? I mean, it just all is. So I understand, and I feel sympathy for the techs out there, the nail techs, again, stylists, you know, those who do lashes, brows, because I really worry about some of these, you know, smaller businesses especially not being able to sustain it, because we can't sustain it as customers, which means they can't sustain their business either. And I think that it could be a pretty vicious cycle, which makes me very sad. But I'm not gonna lie, like I love getting my nails done. I also love my nail tech in Vegas. Like when I go, like we sit and chat for the entire time, which is so fun. A lot of times when I would get my nails done in the past, I would just bring my Kindle and I would read during my appointment, but she's become like a friend. So I always really enjoy our time together, and I think she does my nails so well. And I also, like, I'm not very good at the act of doing my own nails. I'm not good at painting my own nails, and then I have to be like putting like tips on, and there's just like, it seems like there's a lot going on. I don't think I would necessarily be very good at it. And also, if your nails don't look good in videos, like people will call you out on it. And I think I have like trauma from past, especially declutter videos, and getting literal comments like, oh, your nail tech must be on vacation. That one still haunts me to this day. So it's like, I don't know if I can give up my nail appointments, but I am curious about these Gel X sets. And then she mentioned dermaplaning once again. Again, she mentioned the fact of like removing the dead skin cells. It's like exfoliating your skin. So when I do my dermaplaning, that's a time where I make sure that I'm not using like a chemical exfoliant or, you know, a really heavy exfoliant on my face, because the dermaplaning is doing that. So I kind of loosen up on that for, you know, at least the day before and the day after doing dermaplaning. But it really does make a difference when it comes to your skin and your makeup going on it. watch another video.
Sundays are my clock-in beauty maintenance days. This is my try-hard beauty maintenance reset routine. I'm starting with a clay mask and a facial steam so the mask doesn't fully dry out, so it won't strip the moisture from my skin. I am so overdue for an everything wax, and these are my natural lashes. No lash serum. I've just been doing castor oil 3 times a week on my lashes, and apparently there's a new lash cycle every 4 weeks. I do have a lift, but I definitely noticed a difference with the castor oil. I had some class pass points that were going to expire, so I booked a random blowout and hair mask, and that blowout changed my life. So apparently when you add a hot steamed towel to your hair mask while it sits, the heat opens up your hair cuticle, so it really allows the nutrients from the mask to penetrate better. My hair was so shiny and felt so moisturized after. I have curly hair, so a lot of the times my ends just feel dry, but it's definitely a non-negotiable in my hair care routine now. I'm finishing with a tan contour. This is really just a trust the process and blend. I leave the express tan on for an hour and then wash off, and the finish never disappoints.
Okay, this one was really interesting to me. So she started off with a clay mask. You know, I love doing a skincare mask once a week. And then she was steaming, and there was definitely a video, oh, my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. There was a steamer that was on sale. And I said, when I was doing my Ulta video, it says right on there, like 1,000 people have been looking at this in the past 24 hours. And that was really how I could see what products people were most interested in the sale. So when I got to this steamer, I was really surprised because I think it said like only 300 people were viewing it. And I was like, really? I said, with how popular DIY beauty is right now, I'm a little surprised that more people aren't looking at it. So she has the steamer going on. This just definitely gives me very spa-like vibes, like you have like the spa at home. And then she also mentioned waxing. She was doing her brows, her underarms, her legs. I don't love waxing on myself. I feel like it's like painful, and I don't like to do it. I do have an at-home device that I like to use. It's from Ulike. So especially with the warm weather coming up, I've started to use it again for like my underarms. That's really the spot that I'm kind of concentrating the most on. Also, you can do the bikini line and then legs. I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I'm a little bit too impatient to do my legs, but especially right now I've been focusing on underarms and bikini because I feel like it really does help. So for me, that kind of takes away like the need to do the waxing at home. And then she did mention castor oil, and I have talked about my love of castor oil as well. I've talked about it for a few different reasons though, but I also really love to put it around my eyes because it's supposed to help with lashes. You can also put it on your brows. I just don't think I really need my brows to grow, but it helps with dry eyes so much. Okay, I ran out, or I was almost out of my castor oil for this past week. So I'd really just been focusing on putting it on my stomach because I put it on my stomach every single night as well. And I was like, that's more important to me. Like, I feel like my dry eye has really cleared up, like everything's good. So I'm just gonna use the last drops of this castor oil until I order a new one on my stomach. My dry eye is bad again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like it really did show me that the castor oil really does help. So what if you have really bad dry eye like I do, I would just put the castor oil on the little spoolie, and then I put it on my lashes, and then I also take a lot of the castor oil that I buy, which again is just off of Amazon. It also comes with a little applicator, like a pointy applicator, and I just put it in the castor oil and I put it along my lower lash line, my upper lash line, and then my tear duct. A lot of you in the comments, because again, my comment section, that's where I got this tip from, they told me to really focus it on the tear duct as well. So I put that on, and then I also heat up my eye mask for like 20 seconds in the microwave, and then I wear it for about 10 minutes. And the heat, the castor oil, my dry eye cleared up so quickly. So I just got a new castor oil in, thank goodness. So now I can start using it on my eyes again because I need it. She mentions doing the blowout at home. She talked about doing a steam towel with a hair mask. This is something that I do as well. So I've started doing a hair oiling routine every single week. Okay, I'm really excited because I have always kind of struggled right in this area where I feel like I was like losing a lot of hair, and especially because I wear my hair back so much. Like every single night I wear my hair back like this, and the other day like I had it up as well, and I have been starting to see a lot more regrowth right in this area, and I was like, woo, that made me so excited. So I've already started to see some other changes. Okay, literally hair oiling is tonight and then hair washing day is tomorrow, so we might look a little bit crazy, but I've talked about how I'm not shedding as much hair when I shower, which has me really excited. My hair just also feels softer, more manageable. Then I started to notice too a lot of regrowth on top of my hair. Like I'm getting like these little like baby hairs up in here that I've never had before, and I was like, So my hair oiling routine, I do it for my scalp once a week, and then also after I hair oil, I do put a mask on my mid to my ends. And then what I do after I put the mask on is while I'm doing everything, I have my microfiber towel in the dryer. So it's heating up. So once I put the mask on as well and I already have the hair oil on, I wrap it in my microfiber towel and then it's warm for a while. So kind of similar to doing like the steam towel as well. So I thought that was really cool to show. And then she did the tan contour. I have seen people do that before. To me, that's just not really, I just don't really like that stuff. It's not really for me, but I have seen people, you know, talking about it and kind of like being a hack, but that one was an interesting one. Okay, last video.
I refuse to spend hundreds of dollars on beauty maintenance every month, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna look snatched. This is my monthly maintenance routine as a DIY beauty girly. I hate waxing more than I hate anything else in this routine, and that's why it goes first. I bought all my waxing supplies years ago from the beauty supply store, and they're still around. I always put some baby powder on my skin first to make it hurt a little bit less. I put on a good show, and I get to waxing. Next up is an everything shower, so I pull all my shower faves and get to work. This hair mask is literally salon quality. I always wash my hair and then get out of the shower and apply it. It does require a little bit of extra effort, but it is so worth it because my hair is so silky smooth afterwards. No other product achieves the same look. Face mask on self-care day is mandatory, and I'm really trying to finish the skincare that I have. This Summer Fridays one is a powerful but gentle exfoliant. My skin loves it. So shower, I go in with all my favorite body care products that have me smelling delicious afterwards. I also use the Color Wow Dream Coat spray on my hair, which combined with that mask is amazing. Do my regular skincare routine, and that's the end of that. Next up, I have to get my nails in order. I was wearing these press-ons. I've been doing my own nails for almost 5 years now. I literally can't remember the last time I went to a salon. I was feeling very classy, neutral vibe, so I went ahead and gave myself a little gel manicure. I just cannot fathom the idea of spending 50 bucks on my nails. I'm sorry. I actually never used this color before, but was obsessed with the result. Maintenance day is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, next up, we're drying the hair. Doesn't it look so fresh and gorgeous and lively? Okay, now we're on the last step of the day, which is brows and lashes. I got my brows professionally laminated once, and I was like, yeah, I can definitely do this. And then I was like, I can definitely do my lashes too. I ordered a kit off of Amazon, and I learned these two things keep my weeks so low maintenance, and I know I look insane in these clips, but it's so worth it. My brows are always done. It looks like I'm always wearing mascara. I just feel so girly and pretty with a lash lift. I love it. A couple of hours later, no dollars spent, and now I'm feeling cute and ready for the month.
Okay, that's interesting. She did say no dollars spent, which I know what she's saying, but like you do have to buy these products, and especially like I was looking at her nails, like she had the gun jigamabob. I was like, oh, that's okay. So she started, I love that she said that she hated waxing against it. I don't know, man. I don't know how. I've never heard the baby powder tip though. That's really interesting to me. She talked about her everything shower, which I did touch on these in my hygiene routine video. So her everything shower, she mentioned the hair mask, the face mask, body care. She did shout out specifically the Color Wow Dream Coat. I love the Color Wow Dream Coat. And so I did the test recently with the low porosity hair versus high porosity hair. You literally just take a strand of hair and put it in a glass of water. So mine stayed on the top, which means low porosity hair, which means like less is more, also more lightweight products. So I had started to think that I needed to do like a 10-step hair routine getting out of the shower. And I'm thinking kind of like, oh, when I go to the salon, they do all these different things. So I'm like, maybe I should do that at home. I scaled it all the way back. After I get out of the shower, I put from Color Wow their kale like leave-in in my hair, and then I spray the Color Wow Dream Coat, and then I either air dry or blow dry my hair, and then I do an oil afterwards. That is it. That's all I do, and I feel like that system has really been working for me. So I do love the Dream Coat. She mentioned skincare, then she went into the nails. She said she's been doing her own nails for 5 years. That's literally incredible. I'm so impressed. She also did shout out press-ons, like she was doing a manicure in the video, but she did also mention press-ons. Press-ons have had an extreme surge in popularity in the last few years. I know a few of my friends here that always do press-ons. For me, I feel like in the past, I've always had issues with them staying on and they pop off all the time. But again, I think I need to get with the times because clearly the quality has gone up and clearly there's more brands that are coming out now and something is working that girls are able to wear their press-on nails for a week at a time. Like this is like, again, my reminder, like step into the new time, Samantha. I was laughing when she said this is a marathon, not a sprint, because that's like a whole, to me, that was like a whole day. It was like a whole day. But she did her blowout, and then the brows and the lashes. All these videos are making me think that I need to do something with my brows and my lashes at home. I need to get on this. So those are all the videos that I wanted to share and some of my commentary on these for this video. At the end of the day, I think something like DIY beauty is great. I mean, as long as you're able to do, you know, sometimes when I talk about the products around the eyes, I get a little bit worried for like safety and that sort of thing. I was almost surprised that no one mentioned hair besides doing like blowouts and masks. But I know that I've seen some videos floating around of like dyeing the hair at home. Again, that's something like I'm just not good at. Like there's a girl who can do like full highlights on herself at home. I'm so jealous. Like I could never. But there's a few things that I feel like these videos have opened my mind up a little bit more to be like, maybe I can try something like this. And again, the rising cost of everything these days is a little bit tough. And so if you're able to do a few things at home and you're able to start to do them well, like maybe the first time I try something, the second time, the third time, it's not going to go well, but you can kind of perfect it and you can save some money in the long run and, you know, have this routine that you can do at home. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. So I would love to know, is there anything like DIY beauty that you do at home or any routines that you are interested in looking into? Would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.